Okay, I think we'll get started. So hi everyone and welcome to the Q3 Gender Networks event hosted by Macquarie. My name's Emma, I'm on the Balance Committee here at Macquarie. To kick things off tonight, I'd like to introduce Kate Vetch, who is our Regional Head of Compliance in EMEA and our Acting Global Head of Compliance here at Macquarie. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you very much. It feels like we're doing an intro of an intro of an intro, so bear with us, but thank you very much. So welcome everyone this evening to our EMEA headquarters for Macquarie here at Ropemaker. Great to see so many of you. Before we start, we just wanted to show a short video, and I'm assuming I can just say play the video and it will work magically, just to show you a little bit more about Macquarie and what we do and our business in this region. So if we could play that would be great. Thank you. So when Paul Plewman asked me to get involved in this evening, he said, Kate, can you just do an opening and can you talk about megawatt hours and what we're doing? And I said, no. I'm going to talk about what we're actually here to talk about tonight, which is gender equality and some of the other key initiatives that are underway. But if you want to find out more information about what we do, please do look at our website. It's a really good opportunity to go and lift the lid and look at all the initiatives that are underway. And I will say it's a really exciting business to work for, so it's a fantastic firm. Anyway, what we're focused on here tonight is building a future where all genders have equitable opportunity. To succeed, we need to prioritise inclusivity and equity. We really recognise the diversity of our people is one of our greatest strengths here at Macquarie. An inclusive, equitable workplace enables us to embrace diversity, innovate and find sustainable solutions both internally, but very importantly, for our clients and shareholders and communities, and that is something that we really do focus on an awful lot internally here. Everyone here at Macquarie, not just leaders, everyone throughout the whole organisation is responsible for ensuring our culture is inclusive and equitable, and we really measure people on that through their year-end review process and look at it throughout the course of the year. It really does matter. Given the importance of DE&I here, our EMEA Management Committee, which I have the privilege of sitting on, is also the Diversity Committee, and I can see Sarah Fennell here as our head of DE&I in the region. But what I would say is one of the things I'm really proud about is it's not just Sarah's job to make sure that we do it properly, we're all invested in it. And Sarah hits us with very significant targets and specific objectives that we have to meet. So I sit within the risk management group, and I can't just fend Sarah off by saying we're working really hard and we're doing our best to recruit good people and make sure it's balanced. I actually have to hold myself to account to make sure that we deliver change and really think about how we recruit and build the best teams that we can. So shout out to Sarah, but it's something that we all work on. We encourage people to self-identify here at Macquarie across a broad range of diversity dimensions, including cultural, racial diversity, disability, gender identity, sexual orientation, parenting and caring roles, which are also really important. The data enables us to do some internal and external benchmarking and really support those people who need some extra support and uplift day to day. I will say I was in an RMG, a risk management group, team leadership meeting this afternoon, and we were all reflecting on the fact it was top of the agenda, so you'll be happy to hear, that we were not where we want to be on the scores for people to self-identify in our systems, and how do we possibly try and improve our scores? What do we do with new starters, people who might already be within the organisation who have any concerns about self-identifying or just haven't gotten around to it? And thinking about all of the tools in our toolkit to try and make people really focus on it. Lead from the top of the organisation, but throughout the whole organisation, really emphasise the importance of getting it right. So our focus continues to be on developing internal and external pipeline of women and people from underrepresented groups across all levels, and as I said earlier, focusing on recruitment and talent practices to help to facilitate this. We have a range of programmes to drive gender equity and support people to succeed. Equity focuses on structures and is about levelling the playing field to remove barriers to entry and valuing and accommodating for differences so more people feel included day to day. The focus is on fixing the processes, not fixing people. We all know that. What I would say is we have more work to do. This is going to be like painting the fourth bridge and a Sisyphean task. We have to really keep focusing on it. But we are seeing a real progress from our commitment to this. Our DE&I strategy, as I mentioned earlier, is top of the pile from a business perspective. And it really is something that we're committed to drive equality at Macquarie. As I said earlier, do look at our website to look not just at the business that we have and some of the real diverse businesses that we're invested in, but also some of that good work that we're doing to try and level up, as we talked about earlier. And as one of the regional leaders here, I remain super committed to trying to get this right and not just talking the talk, but walking the walk in everything that we do day to day. So, enough of me. I'm now going to introduce you to Vanessa Valley, who's here somewhere. Ah, there you are. Hello, hi, how are you? OBE, I should say, and CEO and founder of We're the City. So welcome. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kate. So, hello everyone. Hello. Oh, come on. Hello. It's an in-person event. Let's have some energy in the room. I'm going to make you have some energy in a minute. So first of all, just thank you very much to Macquarie and to Kate and to all of the Gender Balance Network for having us here today. I say it's so nice to get back together in person. Quick look at our agenda. Unfortunately, we don't have Harriet Minter with us this evening. She's our resident journalist, for those of you that don't know, that normally gives us the gender headlines that we need to know. Harriet unfortunately hurt her back, so she said she's going to do us a blog and send us those wonderful headlines, which Leona will circulate. So we've got a wonderful packed agenda covering a multitude of different things this evening. So first of all, I'm going to make sure that you all get to know each other. And for those of you who've been before, you know what that entails. We've got a little bit of an oversight, again, engaging men with ED&I from Roxanne. We've got a keynote from Mind the Inclusion Gap from the fantastic Susie Levy. We've got Susie's books over there, so if anyone wants to buy one, you can get it signed by Susie. And we'll do that in the break when we finish. We've got some group discussions going on. I think it's really important that you all get time to share that best practice. That's what Gender Networks is about. So, you know, this is what we're doing in our organisation, what are you doing in yours? So that kind of thing. So we're going to have some group discussion after Susie's session. And then we're having a spotlight on grief. And generally, when you think about it, when we think about things that we would have covered before within our networks, even if we go back kind of pre-COVID, you know, we never really talked about mental health, we never really talked that much about menopause, and we certainly didn't really talk about grief and that end of life. So I think it's a really important conversation because it's something we will all go through at some particular point. So I'm very grateful to have Paul with us from Hospice UK to talk about that. We've talked about this one for a long time, haven't we? And it's actually coming to fruition. And then we'll have some networking drinks and canopies, and hopefully you'll leave us with lots of new connections and some ideas of how you can move your networks forward. So just today, in terms of who's in the room, if any of you see your clients there and think, oh my God, they're in the room, who are they? Let me know and I will obviously introduce you. We've got some new members with us today. So Ogview and Hitachi Ventara as well, so welcome. A couple of things that we're doing, there's some bonus events for Gender Networks members. We've got marking International Men's Day with Daniele Fandeca. You know, we've spoke with Vandelli quite a lot, so he's doing some stuff around what we can do to mark that day. We've got Joy Edward Haig that also works with Joy Burnford that's just recently done some research around the top 5 factors of how to retain women in the workplace. So that line, do not fix the women. So those two are coming up as well, and we'll probably have something else for you before the end of the year. So do tune into those virtual events. A couple of things that we've got going on, if any of you are in the tech space, we have our big Level Up conference that's going on in December. It's kind of working on, it's my every waking moment, that conference at the moment, but it's aimed at mid to senior level men and women in tech, talking about how we develop women in the industry. So looking at the progression of intersectional women, looking at bias, looking at data in our processes. It's a great gathering of great minds to really move the needle forward. And an event I'm really looking forward to, you may recognise her, Dr. Nigat from BBC and ITV, the resident GP. This is a guaranteed GP appointment, people. So, you know, no queuing on the phone for this one. We're doing this with Wellbeing of Women. It's £35 a ticket. You get a copy of Dr. Nigat's book. I'm interviewing her on stage. It's only at UBS, which is literally around the corner. We've got an auditorium of 250, so please feel free to share that around your networks. Again, you're doing a good thing because obviously we're giving some money to charity as well. So they're just the next 2 things that we've got kind of coming up on the way on the city side.